have quote unquote set free, but they can't find actual employment because they're uneducated, right?
Right.
Now you can go to jail for loitering. The law of loitering came into fruition immediately after slavery because of black men standing around in public.
Right, because what else are they going to do?
No loitering, no trespassing. So you can't stand in front of this store if you're not buying anything. I was talking about my dad. I wanted to knock this, and then, I know I'm long-winded, right? My father lived in Mississippi before he moved to Chicago. My father was born in 1945. He was old. He just passed away last year. My father moved to Chicago when he was 8. For those 8 years that he lived in Mississippi, if a white woman or white man walked on the sidewalk, he had to get off the sidewalk, stand in the street, wait for them to pass by, and they had what you call the law of reckless eyeballing. Everything I'm gonna tell you guys will always be something that you can Google. It is not a conspiracy. He had to put his head down and say, "How you doing, son?" and wait for them to pass, and then get back on the sidewalk and go to the store. Now, this law wasn't in regard. The second law I'm gonna talk about, it was more of a cultural thing. It was not on paper, but he could not occupy a store while a white woman was shopping. So if he went to the store to go and buy sugar, buy eggs, buy milk, and she was in the store, he had to turn right around and wait outside until she left to go in and buy the things that he needed.
My goodness.
Now, these are cultural things that America was predicated on.
Right.
There was a civil war where people were willing to fight and die to keep this group of people in a certain place. People were willing to die for that idea. Now, should I believe that the guys in the Senate and the Congress who are 70 and 80 years old do not have these same ideologies, but they pass our laws?
It's crazy.
But they're 80 years old.
You know that coming to that, like, it's crazy how these like people like who are basically about to die, controlling our like
what stake do you have?
Right. Like,
how are you writing laws?
I think like more like younger people should be
in government,
right? But the problem is younger people are not voting, and the older generation is voting. So they think like in the older, they're stuck in the old ways.
I don't think that that they're not voting. I believe that Americans have become disillusioned, as the rest of the world have. Voting it just doesn't seem real.
Voting is like, it don't seem real.
Because I know how many times I've seen people vote for this or that, and it never seems like the guy everybody asks for.
It never matters.
It's always the other guy.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely have to come back after the short break. Yeah.